I overheard my roommates saying that I was desperate to sleep with one of them because of the way I dressed, but the joke's on them because I am fruity. I live with 3 boys and 1 other girl. Up until this point, we were all pretty friendly. Yesterday, I overheard the 3 guys talking downstairs. I don't think they knew I was home. They were talking about how SLT I dress and laughing. One of them said I must be so desperate to hook up with one of them, and they were making jokes about which one of them it is. I'm so upset. I generally wear shorts and a tank top around the house, just because they're comfortable. Sometimes when it's hot, I'll wear crop tops. I don't purposely dress sexy, just picture your standard H&M or Forever 21 outfit. I've seen the guys walking around downstairs in boxers or with their shirts off. It wasn't a big deal to me, so I assumed we were all cool. Why is it okay for them to be in their underwear but not for me to wear my everyday clothes? Additionally, one of them has a girlfriend who dresses exactly the same, if not more revealing than me. Very low-cut shirts, short shorts, etc. It's totally fine that she dresses this way, but I don't get why she's fine, but I'm a slut. And here's the kicker. I'm in a long-distance relationship with my girlfriend. Because I'm gay as F. What do? I don't feel like I'm in the wrong, but I am so uncomfortable with the idea of being around them, knowing that they're thinking about how much of a slut I am and how I'm desperately trying to intimately attract them. Update: before I posted, I was set on hiding awkwardly in my room or maybe dressing more conservatively when I left, but I was filled with a feminist, body-positive rage. These boys were not going to get away with slut-shaming me. Of the 3 guys, I'm closest to Tom, so I decided to talk to him individually. I heard him coming up the stairs, and I just took a deep breath, walked out of my room, smiled, and asked if I could talk to him for a minute. He came into my room and we were just making small talk. I shut the door, summoned all of my assertiveness, and said, "So, I actually have something weird to talk to you about. I heard you guys talking about me the other day. I'd like to say that I threw down with this boy, that I told him that sexism is not cool or funny and I won't put up with it and demand that he apologize. But instead, I cried. A lot. I straight up just broke down. I couldn't even speak." Tom looks absolutely devastated. He immediately apologized and said I wasn't supposed to hear any of that, but I wasn't really paying attention because I was just trying to get a grip on myself. There's nothing more awkward than crying in front of someone when you're not on that level yet. Anyway, I asked him if that was really what he thought of me. He said no, that they were just being dumb, and that when Sam brought it up, he was really surprised and knew it was wrong, but he didn't call him out on it. He said he should have, and he knew he should have, but he didn't want to make a big deal about it because Sam and Bob were just joking around, even though they were being mean. He said it was crappy of him not to call them out and that by not saying anything and acting like it was funny, he allowed it to happen. He said that he had no excuse and he was sorry. This checks out from what I heard. It was mainly Sam and Bob saying the bad stuff. I said I knew they were just joking around, but it made me feel horrible to be talked about that way and that the sexism really slapped me in the face. He agreed and said it was horrible, and he also said something like, "Not that it's an excuse, but you're really pretty, and I think that's why we were talking about you that way." None of us actually believed what we were saying, but I think it was just wishful thinking, and we were idiots about it. So for all you guys who suggested that they were attracted to me, bingo. I laughed and told Tom that I had a girlfriend. He said that was totally cool, and then looked embarrassed and said they must have looked like complete idiots, bragging about how much I wanted to sleep with them. I agreed. Tom asked if there was anything he could do to make up for it. I told him not to tell the other guys anything because I don't really want to talk about it anymore, but if they ever start talking about another person like that, even if it's not me, to speak up. He promised me he would apologize about 9 million more times and left. I heard him go into his room and then immediately leave and go out the front door. I didn't think much of it and put my headphones in and played Trackmania for a while. Later that day, I opened my door, and there was a big cardboard box right outside my door. My first thought was that I'd ordered something from Amazon and forgot about it, but it looked like a used box that someone had repurposed and taped shut. I dragged it into my room and opened it. Guys, it was a bouquet of flowers and a cake with the word sorry written on it. If you're thinking that I cried for the second time in 3 hours, well, you're right. Anyway, I'm sorry I didn't throw down with them like so many of you wanted. Unfortunately, I am but a tiny cream puff. I'm working a lot on being more assertive, but in this scenario, I handled it as best as I could. Confronting Tom about it was actually super scary, but I'm proud of myself for bringing it up at all. I accept Tom's apology. He seemed genuine, and this does seem like a one-off crappy behavior situation. He's usually a pretty stand-up guy. The other guys, I don't know. To be honest, I wasn't super sold on them to start with, so I feel like I'll just continue not to pursue a friendship with them, and I'll continue to dress however I want. Smile.